Let's speak about Latinos not being black. Latinos are black. Same thing with Puerto Rico. When you go to Loíza, and when you talk about Santeria, that came from the motherland, Africa.
Okay, so I know I didn't introduce myself before I started because I want to jump right into this shit. First of all, he says that Latinos are black. I think a lot of people have this misnomer. They're using black and African synonymous. If you want to say that Latinos have African descent or African heritage or genetics, I'll give you that, because there is a category called Afro-Latinas. That's not to be confused with black Latinas now, or Latinos. Now, I know that, how do I break this down? I know a lot of people use black and African synonymous, right? So an African would be racially black, not ethnically black. The reason that they call us black people in America, it's a derivative of a lot of things, namely Aboriginal people, right? Indigenous people. Indigenous, Aboriginal, those are, Aboriginal is uncommonly used. Indigenous sounds too much like Native American. People like to mock you and call you a black Indian. So just for sake of argument, we just say black. Homer identified the dark-skinned people of Morocco as blacks. When Christopher Columbus came to the Americas, he called them black-skinned people, right? Black just means dark skin, right? So yeah, an African or a Latino person would be considered like racially black, but we're talking about ethnically, since there was a migration and then there was a displacement of black people, black-skinned people earlier in the Americas during the 17, 16, 1800s, and then slavery. Yeah, a lot of cultural cohesiveness that kept the people together was broken. So they started calling them Negroes, and then black people, and then Afro-American, and then African-American. Yeah, Jesse Jackson popularized that African-American shit. But yeah, let's keep going.
Africa. Sometimes Latinos might even identify themselves with African and black culture more than black people.
So y'all got to see that shit. He says that sometimes Latino people might consider themselves more African and black. Notice he said and black, because this is how remedial Fat Joe is. Now, he's a dumb street nigga, so I don't like to use a lot of like dumb street niggas as scholars. They're not. It's easy to poke holes and pick apart the shit they say. He said they might identify with more African and black culture. Now, the reason they identify with African culture, like I said, they have African cultural influences, African genetics. The reason he said and black culture is because a lot of these motherfuckers only identify with black culture as it pertains to hip hop. We can stop fucking pretending. I can poke holes in the shit all day. These niggas eat rice and beans and frioles and shit like that, compollo. We eat fried chicken, collard greens. The food's not even fucking the same. So let's continue.
All the music is African, Brazilian.
So this nigga says all the music is African. He goes on to name the types of musics.
Music, all of it. Dominican music, Spanish drums, all the music is African music.
So he's saying all the music is African. I mean, all different places of black-skinned people have their own cultural music practices. Puerto Ricans have salsa. The Dominicans got merengue. Black people got hip hop. Now that's making a straw man's argument that all the music in the world comes from Africa. Well, it technically doesn't. Hip hop came from America, American blacks. Now, are there African influences? Yes, because culturally we do have remnants of some of the slaves that were brought here. African people that came to the Americas prior to Christopher Columbus. If y'all ain't read the Ivan Van Sertima's book, They Came Before Columbus, you need to check that out. So I'm not going to neglect that. I'm not negating that, right? But that is like 5 to 1,000 years removed. I wish people would stop trying to hold on to antiquity. They like to say because everybody came from Africa or out of Africa that we're all fucking African. I mean, you can make that stupid fucking argument genetically with people that's Icelandic, the people that's in Iceland. If that's the case, white people, Caucasians, you can make that case. Everybody spawned from out of Africa, right? But you have migrations over thousands of years and cultures over hundreds, if not thousands of years that separate the people's cultural identity. Other than genetics, that's it. What the fuck are we talking about here? And I'm not gonna let no fat fucking, this nigga's not even a, like, you can make that argument that Puerto Ricans, there are some black Puerto Ricans. He's not even a black Puerto Rican. This nigga's, he's not even light skinned. This nigga's pale white. He's a fucking white Hispanic. He has more fucking Spanish European blood flowing through his veins than he does African. I wish all these high yellow beige motherfuckers stop trying to infiltrate the race and call themselves black. I work with a Puerto Rican dude. I have to let him know, bro, we're not the same. I don't give a fuck about African genetics. Cultural genetic or cultural identification. I don't have none of that shit. Nobody in my family bloodline lineage speaks Spanish. Right? We don't practice Santeria. We don't do all that shit. That is not a part of our culture, bro. As much as you like to think it is, it's not. So these motherfuckers are trying to, like, just outright say, I'm black. No, it'd be one thing if you was a brown or black skinned Puerto Rican. You're not even high yellow. We'll call him racially ambiguous. This nigga has green eyes and red hair. Stop it. Everybody want to be black, but don't nobody want to be black. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. They only want to be a black person when it's convenient, like as it pertains to hip hop. Other than that, these motherfuckers don't identify us, so I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers try to infiltrate my group of people. That'd be like a fucking Filipino talking about he's Chinese. Yeah, you have Asian genetics, but culturally not the same fucking people. Like, we the only motherfucker. Then I went on the comment section on this post, and there was a bunch of stupid niggas talking about Latinos are black, blah 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 blah. No, nigga, they're using fucking black synonymous with, you mean African. I had one nigga say, oh, everybody got black genes. No, everybody has African genes. It's a difference. As black people, we call ourselves black because it's an ethnic signifier. It's ethnicity along with a race. If you're from Puerto Rico, Latino, while it's not a race, that's your ethnicity. Stupid assholes. It's so many dumb motherfuckers, GED getting negative D or minus F students that like to spew this shit, and then they listen to him, it sounds sweet. It ain't sweet. I don't give a fuck. We can stop playing these fucking like identity games. You have motherfuckers like him that want to be black, that you'll have people that are the same complexion like Rachel Dolezal trying to infiltrate the race. Fuck that. And I know I'm light skinned, you stupid motherfuckers talking about, well, you ain't black. Suck my dick or die trying. I've already explained that in a previous video. If you didn't catch it, I don't give a fuck. But what we not gonna do is let this fat motherfucker talk about who's black and who's not. None of you motherfuckers are black. You motherfuckers are Latino. That's your ethnicity. It's okay. It's okay. Be Latino. Be Hispanic. That is your fucking ethnicity. I had some dumb bitch talk about, well, you guys are confusing nationality. This nigga's from Puerto Rico or New York. He's a fucking American. That's his nationality, dumb bitch. Wherever place that nation you're from, that's your nationality. Your ethnicity is like your cultural, inclusive, tribal identifier. So, yeah, we're not letting this fat fuck dictate who is black. This nigga, and he's not even a black Latino. So we not even playing that game. It'd be one thing if you was a Latino of hue. You can't be no pale, racially ambiguous looking motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. In any event, it's been my thoughts, ideas, and opinions on that. If you want to debate me, go to the comment section, subscribe, turn the notifications on. If you want these sellout ass niggas from New York that want to include all brown skinned people because they are the same complexion, every person that are the same skin folk ain't kinfolk. One. No.